Today we are going to create a glowing gradient loader ring. Like there will be a loader ring which will have three particular colors and they will all be in gradient form. So that's going to be an interesting task. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So let's go with the basics first and create the folder, name ring, and open this with our IDE, which is VS Code. So this is a particular folder, and here we are going to create the file which is index.html. Now I'm going to change this title, which will be ring. Now in the body we are going to write the particular program that are required for this loader ring. So for that I'm going to create a div and give this div a class name which will be loader, and here in this div I'm going to use some span. So let me copy this first and paste it 3 more times. Okay, that's fine. Now coming to the styling section. So for that we are going to create a different file, CSS file, which is style.css. Now here in the style.css file we are going to do all the stylings that are required for this gradient loader ring. So the first thing is the body. In the body we are going to use margin 0, padding 0, then display flex, justify, content, center, align items, center, then height of 100 VH, background. You can choose any color as the background. Like I'm going to choose gray here. Let's see how it looks like, or else I may change it later. Now going to the next styling, we're going to style our class, which is loader. Let me copy this and paste it here using a dot. Now for the loader we're going to write position relative width of 100 pixel, height of 100 pixel, then border radius 50% so that it gets round, background, linear, gradient. So this is the space that we're going to use the 3 particular colors. Like you can use any color that you are interested in, and here I'm going to use blue, violet, red. Let me check this. If it looks good I'll use this, or if it looks bad I can change it later. Purple, is there any color? Yeah, but let me make this a bit dark. Okay, that looks fine. Now let's check this with our live server and how it looks like. At first let me link our CSS file, because that's the mistake I do every time. Now let's run this with our live server and see how it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like right now. We have got these 3 different colors. This is the one, this is under, and the rest is here. Okay, the colors are not matching with the background, but it doesn't matter. This is just a, tutorial or anything you can say. Now, as we're going to use animations here, we are going to use animation attribute. So here I'm going to write animate 0.5 seconds, linear, infinite. So this will continue infinitely. Okay, done with this. Now we are going to style the span that we have created in the div. So for that I'm going to use loader space span, and here I'm going to copy this particular thing because it's going to be same as that. But here in the position we're going to use absolute, then we're going to remove this because we don't need animation here in the span. Next is this height. We're going to use width as 100%, then height as 100%. So that's it. Okay, now let's save this and how it looks like till now. Okay, most probably it's the same, but now we are going to use the end style, and here we're going to change everything that we are going to need in this glowing gradient loader ring. So for that I'm going to write dot loader, the particular class name, then span, then we're going to use the end child. End child is basically, if I use end child 1, it will, it will style one particular area. Like here I'm going to style the circumference of the ring that we're going to create. So if I use end child 1, it will, it'll style the first area of the ring. Okay, you'll get to know when I write all this end child, and you will be clear with that after that. Here I'm going to write filter blur 5 pixel. So now let's save this and show you. You can see the circumference has got a blurred effect. So that's what end-child 1 is. Now if I use end-child 2, then the blurred effect will come to this side. So it will extend its area. So that's how end-child works. Now we are going to copy this, which will be easier for me. So here I'm going to use end-child 2, and the blur effect will be 10 pixel. Let's save this. Now you can see I have got the blurred effect outside the first one. Now if I use end-child 3, the blurred effect will get much more visible than before. End-child 3, and the blurred effect will be 25 pixel. Okay, let me quickly paste the end-child 4 too. End-child 4, and the blur effect will be 50 pixel. Let's save this, and you can see I've got this blur effect hole in the particular area. Now this was the particular end child that I was talking about. Now we are going to use the keyframes and the border radius. And before that we're going to do another styling. For that I'm going to write loader after content will be blank. So this is what basically is needed in case of styling. Content will remain blank, and in case of animation this is what it's needed. Like content will be blank, then the position will be absolute, top will be 10 pixel, left will be 10 pixel, then right will be 10 pixel, bottom will be 10 pixel. Then we're going to use a background. So we are going to use the same color that we used before. So at first I used the background color gray, so here too I'm using the background color as gray. Now let's save this to show you how it looks like. So it has got this particular square which is gray in color. Now going to the rest of the styling, we're going to the keyframes that we're going to create. And before that, let me add a border radius. Border radius will be 50% so that it gets round. You can see it has got round. Now to make our animation, we are going to use the keyframes. So we are going to use the keyframes right after the animation. So here is it. Here we're going to write add keyframes after keyframes animation 0% transform rotate 0 degree. So when the animation is in 0%, this will get executed, like it will transform rotate 0 degree. Now if the animation is in 100%, say if the animation is in 100%, then we're going to apply this particular apply this particular styling. So after completing 100% of the animation, we're going to use rotate 360 degree. Now let's save this to watch how it looks like. Okay, I was doing a mistake here. I wrote this keyframes animation. This should be keyframes animate. So now let's save this, and here you can see this is how it looks like. This is the glowing gradient loader ring that I was talking about. If you want to change the background color, you can go and do that to make it look much more interesting or catchy. So for that, let me first change this background color. I know it's not looking good, so for that I'm going to use a dark color so that everything gets visible clearly. So I'm going to copy this color and paste it right here. Okay, this seems fine. Now let's save this, and here you can see we have got a dark red background color and I have got a glowing gradient loader ring. So that's how it's created. So that's all for today. I hope you guys like this video. If this video helps you, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again.